ladies and gentlemen, this is the Peace Dealer. I hope you enjoy this magical moon message. And in this magical moon message, we are, of course, going to be looking at the moon in Virgo, sun in Aquarius. Timeline fluctuations or dimension fluctuations can bring subtle changes in details that may almost seem like Mandela effects. Things that you notice usually about people that are subtly different that they may not be aware is different. Maybe the way someone sounds, someone is talking, looks, certain circumstances external to your environment. If you notice these changes, you have shifted into the reality you have been manifesting. I want to once again notice the significance of moon in Virgo, Virgo pertaining to physical, critical analysis of the small little details. You know, Virgos just can't let go of the small shit. This is going to give you a very microcosmic understanding of the macrocosmic awareness with Aquarius. I have to once again say this transit is going to be very strange because the moon will be opposite Neptune, which is an intergalactic, interstellar, extra-dimensional, supernatural, metaphysical, pertaining to outside or beyond the physical aspect and point representing the astral realm of your dreams that now brings together every single potentiality if you think about the God nature of your imagination that can create infinitely. Well, bearing all this intersection of timelines here, you may find that with the moon in Virgo, you understand crucially how everything might be the same, but certain few minor details that have changed. Yes, you are crazy, and this is a good thing. Just because you're crazy doesn't mean you're wrong. What makes you crazy is that you're shifting beyond what's normal, and this is a good thing. But no, it's not that you're crazy. It's that you are noticing the fluctuations within your reality versus the reality you have shifted from. You see, shifting in between timelines in the multidimensionality of your nature is as simple as breathing, but it's a subatomic process that you're not always aware of until now. Unless you're weird as hell, like Pisces and Aquarius, and you notice this shit every day and no one really listens to you, and it is what it is. But if you're starting to notice this, congratulations and welcome to the future. Especially if you're seeing birds before land and you're seeing evidence of signs. Shout out to Tom Kieran of the Be Something Wonderful podcast. Follow that channel on YouTube. It is amazing. You know that you seeing synchronicities isn't showing you something that's coming. It's done. It's here. You're seeing more evidence of you being in this reality. But if you were aware of the seamless process of how effortlessly you switch between realities, it would fundamentally transform the knowledge of which you operate. Almost as if you were lied to your entire life and made to feel that you exist in one dimension and you're not related to the other dimensions around you, when the reality is you're constantly switching from dimension to dimension. But because your subconscious trains you to see the same things every day, it just looks like you're in the same dimension. So when you start to notice a fluctuation of something different, that's when you start to notice something's off, but it was always like that. Remember, the only thing constant in life is change. And so as you tap into the ever-changing present reality of your eternal now, these erroneous illusionary concepts of certain fixed things that stay the same never existed. Right now, your reality is changing. Just because you don't notice macro details about it doesn't mean that's not what's happening. And so the moon in Virgo, once again, is going to make you aware, whether through changed habits, behaviors, or I'm going to be really honest with you, you might find that someone has dyed their hair green and you ask them, wow, when did you change your hair to green? And they're like, bitch, it was always green. I had this for like several months. Don't freak out. The moon in Virgo is giving you detailed analysis about how your reality has changed. There's something extraordinary about Aquarius that is out of this world. And so when you go through a transit like this, your physical brain is not going to show you what it is because it's an energy that exists outside of time and space. That doesn't mean you're still not experiencing it. Unseen metaphysical extra-dimensional phenomena is occurring in front of your face right now. Geometric patterns phasing through you. All right? Elements and atoms that are not solid enough to be physical still interacting with you. And this is the process of metaphysical mechanic through which your intentions vibrate at the frequency to key you in to a different reality. Given that your multidimensional nature splits and fractures each fragment of your being within an infinite individual space while you're the whole pie, you know there are aspects of you that exist beyond just this experience. There's a version of you that instead of watching this video is voraciously whacking yourself off and or playing with your clitoris. There could be another version of you playing with your clitoris while you're watching me. I'm very flattered. There could be another version of you that doesn't even believe in astrology, but you made the complex series of sets of decisions to vibrate and resonate with this version of you right now, who's probably not touching your clit, but if you are, it's totally fine. Other than that, not meant to be funny here, this is real science that I'm speaking of. As you come into the multidimensional nature of how each one of your thoughts and feelings shift you real time, Moon in Virgo is going to make you so much more aware of this process now that you're aware of the macro, that your receptivity to the micro changes in reality, help you understand the real process relative to the metaphysical processes opposite Pisces that bridge this together, and with Mars in Gemini, help you know Saturn in Aquarius, Sun in Aquarius, how to think Mars in Gemini about these changes. We are harvesting this cycle, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone, of course, naturally evolves and changes, and so it's not just that you shifted in another dimension. However, I want you to open yourself up to this concept, because once the moon is in Sagittarius in a week from now, you'll see it. You'll actually see it. You'll be like, oh, okay, we really are in a different... But for now, just embrace the mystery. Allow the change to happen. Allow patience to allow you to focus on what's unfolding for you. Because you finna get all the details, boy. Let me tell you, listen, this is about to just spell itself out to you so critically and detailed, it's going to blow your goddamn mind, and it has to literally kill your mind so that you can now revive it with a new method of processing. Because now once you know, oh shit, every single thought I have shifts me into a new dimension. It's going to change the way you think. You're no longer going to be thinking things, hoping it happens. You know, once you think it, it happens. And once you maintain that thought, it keeps you in that vibration. It's like your mind is the key to open all sorts of infinite doors. But wouldn't it be cool, Aquarius Sun, to understand exactly how that process transforms what you know, Moon in Virgo? Welcome. From now till 17 degrees, we are completing the full moon 180 degree opposition before we step into 210 degree quincunx. Once we step into 17 degrees and initiate that angle, you will now begin understanding how these details are transforming what you used to know. For example, new moon in Aquarius, you used to be able to stay up until 11 before getting tired. Now that you've harvested all this extra pure energy, now with the full moon, you're starting to notice that, wow, it's 1 a.m. and I still have more energy. You're starting to understand details that have changed what you used to know. Now it's transformed the knowledge that I get tired at 11. Now you get tired at 1. This is how analyzing details can transform scientific knowledge. Of course, knowledge is eternal. So it's there's a way you want to understand that, right? But, you know, perceived knowledge versus actual knowledge. That being said, everything about Moon in Virgo and Sun in Aquarius is the epistemological understanding. Epistemology referring to how do we know what we know? Well, that's the axis of Virgo and Aquarius. Virgo is analysis of how Aquarius is just knowledge. Gemini is experimentation. And so as this transforms your epistemological understanding of who you are and everything you know yourself to be, you will also understand this behavioral change in how you integrate this breakthrough socially with other motherfuckers who see you as a dope motherfucker so you could be cool motherfuckers together. All motherfuckerly. And I made up that last word because in this dimension, motherfuckerly is in the dictionary. So if you go to the dictionary and you see motherfuckerly is not there, you just shifted out of this dimension. Okay, just letting you know. So that being said, the fluctuation of how quickly you shift dimensions happen at picosecond lengths. And I'm throwing picoseconds out there because it could be micro picosecond. They happen at Planck second lengths quicker for your brain to process. Like by the time you're conscious of what your brain is processing, you may have already shifted like millions of dimensions. So that's why it's hard to perceive it. It's not like I'm in this dimension, I'm in that dimension. This is a deeply quantum subatomic process. But what if you can slow this process down so that you can be aware of every single detail? What's happening is you're not slowing it down, you're quickening your brain's ability to process this. And this is going to happen with the moon trine Mercury in Capricorn, trine Uranus in Taurus. That with that grand earth trine will ground your brain's ability to connect with your subconscious mind's analysis of this real-time experience, connected to Uranus of this extra dimensional supernatural energy on your senses, so that it's almost as if you can perceive quicker during smaller lengths. This will facilitate the experience of time looking like it's moving slower, but it's not. You're processing quicker. And now generating life force energy to enhance your brain's function to do this will begin to tap you in to how supernatural you are. Once again, welcome to the harvest process. Moon in Leo, Virgo, Libra, that's going to harvest this supernatural energy for greater utilization and integrative social function. So I threw a lot of words and context out there and jargon, but really in a nutshell, you're transforming the analysis that goes into how you know what to know so that you can apply this level of epistemological transformation socially when you will now set the philosophy of how you take this knowledge of you and how you engage with other people when the moon is in Libra. But before you do that, you have to understand how this all works. So I hope you enjoy this very magical transit. It's going to be controversial as fuck too. But other than that, Godspeed, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget everything you've learned. The moon will oppose Venus and square Mars, and this is going to adjust your perception so that you can take the imagination of your heart and the assessment of your mind so that you can bring all that together towards a behavioral change in how you put all that in your lifestyle. And it's just going to make more real all the ideas you have in a congruent way that, once again, not only brings us together, but breaks you through into how you're manifesting your dream life. Okay, forget the science. Let's talk about superpowers. There are detailed understandings of the functions and process of how you take extra dimensional qualities of your ideas, thoughts, and imagination and make them real. We call this process magic. Would you like to understand the magic of how you transform higher knowledge into reality, real concepts, real practical application? All you have to do is stay present in this 3D reality and allow the analysis that your brain provides to guide you forward. This is what's going to literally key you into the understanding of how to harness supernatural energy in a real way that takes the abstract concepts and actually has you practically induce this. The trick here is you already know how to do this. So just get out your own way and allow yourself to show yourself. I hope you enjoyed this magical moon message, and I hope you're very receptive to the minute fluctuations of what's different. Virgo requires you pay attention. you might notice something. Godspeed.